Hell. Okay, yeah. Okay, I am live. Cool. Hello, Printerest. Robotron here, and welcome to yet another video. Today we're gonna be a least chill stream. I had to finish this piece of artwork, so as I am finishing said pieces of artwork, I am going to be sorry, the music was a little bit. Let me know if the music is too loud. Zavi says, Among Us. Hello, welcome to the show. We're going to be drawing some stuff, and it's going to be very fun and exciting. And I hope that you all enjoy. So this is going to be me just drawing, because I was a little bit behind last time, so I thought this would be like a good way for me to at least catch up and do a little bit of drawing, because I've really been doing a lot of artwork as of late. I'm working on another Speedpaint. I just haven't been able to finish that piece of artwork. I'm sitting on another piece of artwork because I was really tempted to finish this one. So that's why I am finishing said one. The audio and camera quality is kinda It's that bad? Okay. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Because this is a 1080p camera over here. It shouldn't... It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Oh god, yeah, it is. It's kind of meh. It's kind of bad, actually, yeah. Damn. Why is it so bad? Okay, let's see if I can fix the video capture over here. Oh, and now we're dead. Okay. No, that's not working at all. No, that is. Okay, let's go back to default. There we go. Oh gosh, I was not meaning to show that. There we go. That's better. I didn't mean to show that. Sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. You were not supposed to see that. It's fine. It's fine. I should next time probably. Well, I haven't dropped any frames yet. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I haven't dropped any frames. But the audio quality is... Horror movies with Lego Diego says you have the Who Killed Captain Charles audio. Where's the audio come from? Really? Oh yeah. Let me see if I can readjust the ohms if I can for the audio. Okay, I'm gonna change it a little bit. Okay, we're gonna be sticking with the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned. Okay, let me see if I can adjust this so that... Let me see if I got some filters that can help out with that. There we go. Nice expression. It's okay. That might help a little bit. Okay. Let me actually join the stream here so that I can actually be able to figure out what you guys are hearing, because I am not so sure what you're hearing, and it would be able, for me at least, to be like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe not do that. What you're hearing, and it would be able, for me at least, to be like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe not do that. Okay. So, release. Maybe that will help. Just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Release. Maybe that will help. No, doesn't seem. Just a little bit. There we go. Release. Maybe that will help. That sounds a little bit better. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better, but I definitely need better equipment. Okay. There we go. And equalizer, speed, cast to define. That's not what I want. I want. Okay, do I have some albums? Nope. I need to create a new playlist. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I like how I have not even started drawing yet. I love how I have not even started drawing yet. I've just been messing around. Alright. Oh yeah, Trip! I'm now officially a YouTuber, and I uploaded 4 YouTube videos. Congratulations! Let me start drawing for actual once and not be a complete nerd. Okay. Now that I am done being the nerd that I am, I'm gonna start drawing. And I had to draw Huzu, so that's gonna be fun. There we go. That needs to be sharper. That's not sharp enough. That's too blunt. Okay, let's see here. And then... there we go. That's the thing about this guy is he is very much a peculiar design. Huzu. I mean, I redrew Huzu so many times. It's not even funny. He was like one of the first... Actually, I take that back. He wasn't one of the first characters that I made. But he's definitely up there in terms of one of the earliest designs. UH1 was actually one of the first designs made. And then Huzu came after that. And then Terex not long after. Yeah, Terex was a interesting character to make, since it was during the time when I was still trying to figure out what parts to use when designing some of the characters, because like I would like draw like a character design and then it's like immediately after, oh, I can't exactly do that because, well, guess what? The actual figures needed a little bit more work, and therefore I couldn't exactly do all that much with said characters and designs. It was very unfortunate when it came to like trying to figure out what designs to do, because like the building system was still evolving at the time back in 2021 when I was doing early artwork and trying to figure out like, okay, what is this character going to look like? And trying to draw all these elements, at least very microscopic version of all the elements from a faraway glance is, to say the least, interesting. Oh yeah. That's too much of a curve. It doesn't curve that much. Doesn't look right with it curved that much, honestly. It really doesn't. But it is what it is, I suppose. It's kind of hard to... So today, a couple of days back, I watched Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers, but I was going to be watching it. However, like, I typically watch it with a few of my friends. And in this instance, we were planning to watch it like today, like really late at like 9 p.m. Which you would start thinking to yourself, why so late? Well, that's mainly because some of us work very late hours, so like that was the only time I could think of at the time for today. But again, it's like almost a 2-hour film. I forgot how long of a movie it actually is, but it is long, to say the least. It is long, and it is something that it's like, yeah, I don't think the universe is quite ready for me to go ahead and spend like several like stay up till 11 just watching a movie, because I want to be awake. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna watch it on like on Saturday. So went ahead, watched it on Saturday this weekend. Last weekend rather, not this weekend. Jeez, time is weird. So I watched it this weekend, and one of my friends, I was going to be hanging out with a Bionicle buddy of mine. And we were like both crazy about Bionicle and stuff like that, but we don't usually hang out that much. So it's like, okay, let's change that. Let's go ahead and watch the movie together. And he was like, yeah, I'm down for that. And then when my other friend finds out of like, oh wait, you're watching it with him and not with me, I want to watch it with you guys too. And it's like, it's hard to schedule like when like everybody's like working super late hours, you know, and I'm paying for their tickets too, so it's a whole like fiasco in itself that I am paying for not only my tickets but also their tickets. But like I don't mind, because like I really want to see that movie, and I do enjoy watching it with friends. Oh, I didn't figure out who's his back. Okay, I had to work on the pelvis a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna do the pelvis. That is because he has a tail. And you know what? No, I got something to experiment with how to design the part. Never mind. I got an idea. I have a plan. There we go. Yeah, those are our edge lines. Those are kind of important. This is an edge line. I forgot what he had. Oh yeah, I did a bracket system. I did a bracket system for his legs. Forgot about that. And then there I go. Got some curves going on. There we go. There's that. And there's that. Look at that! We're getting places. We're getting places. And I turned the camera again. I didn't mean to do that. Let me tighten this thing so it stops moving around all that much because I'm trying to edit. Okay. So, Diego says, "Hey Trib, are you excited for the new FNAF movie?" Yes, I am. I'm very excited for FNAF. The 90 Gaming says, "Hello, hi, welcome. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing well." Let me check. There we go. We're doing pretty good. Hello, Night Gaming. I am drawing some Ascending Devs art because I've been doing that lately, and it's been a lot of fun. And we are in the precipice of making some wondrous content over here. But yeah, I was talking about Transformers, I forgot. So, no spoilers, by the way. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers because I do highly recommend the movie. The movie is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. But, regardless, like, I was trying to invite one of my buddies because I couldn't hang out with both of them because one works late hours, and one gets off at a later time. It's very rare when they both have a day where they get off early. You know, when the stars align, basically. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch the movie with one guy, and then I'll watch it again with my other buddy later down the line. You know, it seems like a solid plan. So it's like, okay, I can do that. Issue is, as soon as my other buddy found out that I was going to be watching Transformers without him, he got like super bummed out about that, and I was like, I felt so bad. But the main reason why he wanted to watch it with me was so that he can see my first impression reaction to the film when he hasn't even seen the film yet. And in my honest opinion, like, trying to go ahead and if you want to enjoy a film, like, it's one thing to see like someone else's reaction and compare it with your own reaction, but if you are building your reaction off of someone else's reaction to a film, like, I'm not so sure if it would be as gratifying, because what if, like, I don't like a scene as much as another person, because we both have different preferences. Like, for me personally, I'm not too crazy about Andor from Star Wars, but he loves Andor to death, which I don't get. But that's understandable. He's a different person from me. But at the same time, like, I don't think it's right to try to, like, base your enjoyment off of someone else's enjoyment. Like, sure, it's good to share a moment. I'm down for sharing a moment, but just because you wanted to see someone's first reaction, it's like, I don't know. I guess it means a lot to him to see my first reaction to a film for him. I don't know. It's a weird beeswax, in my opinion. I just don't get it. I just do not get it at all, but it's fine. It's fine if I don't get it. Maybe I'm not supposed to. But I find it weird though, you know? I find it weird. Okay, his hand needs to be in a... That's the thing about hands. Like, a lot of people have difficulty about hands, but the thing is that it's a matter of highlights. I start from the fingertips, like, start at the focal points of the hand, and then just go from there. But I never drew a character... Well, I lie. I have drawn a character this tiny before. Just not at this excessive detail. Let's just put it that way. Just not at this excessive detail. There we go. That's a hand. It's a weird hand, but it's a hand. And then... Oh, Huzu's feet is weird. It's kind of like a chameleon's foot. Or claw. It has multiple prongs. I'm gonna... There we go. There we go, that's a foot. That's a foot, if there was ever a foot. And then... do that. So weird, though. He has weird feet. The dude has weird feet. I made him weird. Like, as close as to weirdness you can get for a chameleon bionicle, but... I wanted to try new things with the figures, but, like, it's a weird type of foot. Like, I'm trying to go after everyone's different tastes and preferences when it comes to, like, a design. And I think I kind of got that down. But at the same time, it's just weird. I think I'm going to change his head a little bit. Because I realized, like, it's going to have to be a clear head. Like, a clear mask that he's going to be wearing, similar to that of Golly. If I were to... Honestly, what's wrong with a clear mask? We're going to draw the same head again. I don't know how people do it, being able to draw and talk at the same time. Diego says, I remember last month I went to watch Evil Dead Rise with my mom and my sister, and they were horrified while I was like, yeah, that was cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody has different perspectives. It's crazy. I'm sorry for reading that so late. There's a bit of delay in the stream, and also I'm not paying attention as much. The Night Gaming says, I ordered a Breakout neck set, mainly because I needed some parts from it. I'm working on a series of Hero Factory mics if they were mixed, so I'm starting with necks and their pilot, Julius. I take the hero's name and twist it a bit. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I kind of dig that. Though, like, when it comes to the breakout sets, the breakouts were some of the best sets, but mainly out of just the quantity and how they were built, but also, like, there were some pretty weak ones, too. There were some pretty weak ones. Like, Surge was alright for a build. Like, he's fine. Nex is definitely, like, the weakest of the bunch. Evo, I think he was alright. He was alright. He was alright, but it could have been a better like figure in general. In my opinion, it could have been better. But you know, that's neither here nor there. It's man, this is such a weird angle to draw a head. Such a weird angle to draw a head, but you know, I'm drawing a head, so what you're gonna do? There we go. Is that the best head? No. Does it work? Yeah, it does. For how tiny that little guy is. Okay. Now it is time to darken some lines. And how we're gonna do this, I recently got some comic book pens. And we're gonna start with thicker areas, and then we start with the thinner areas. So these are like the pens that I got. They have different sizes to them, so they're great. Highly recommend. Good for getting details, but I'm gonna be testing it out on that little guy once I warm up with my strokes. I have a brush over here, so I'm able to just darken it, and this is where you guys will actually be able to see the actual detailing that I'm putting in this artwork. And making some new ones too. You know, rocks are kind of like the funnest thing to draw because it's kind of chaotic. I always find rocks as a force of nature when I go ahead and draw them. Like, something chaotic, something not bound by straight lines. Just a lot of aggressiveness, to say the least. Just a lot of aggressiveness. Now, for the crystal forest, on the other hand, that's a whole other beeswax that I'm not completely ready for, and I'm going to be doing another piece soon after this one, because I really want to do another piece soon after this one. There we go. And then now I realize there's not so much texture in terms of rocks on the other side, so I might just add some extra texture on the other side when I actually get to it. So we're gonna So if I messed up, I had to fix it. Now there's too many going on this side, so what we're gonna do is break it up. A little bit. There we go. Now over here we have more cascades. There we go. That's aggressive enough. And then we do another one over here just to break it off. There we go. Oh, and we had to draw the other rocks too. So that's one of my favorite things to look forward to in any art piece. It's just drawing rocks, because I could just feel like I'm super fancy and stuff like that, and just flailing my brush pen all over the place and be like, yes, this is how I imagine it to be. And I had to be careful and not as aggressive with this formation over here, because guess what? Those rocks have a story. And I got some on Huzu. It's fine. I got it. No one will notice, except for maybe you guys. You might actually notice. But you didn't see anything, okay? You didn't see anything, okay? It never happened. Never happened. It doesn't exist. It never happened. It's complete science fiction. It was never real. And this is why I'm starting to like drawing a lot more now, is because of this. Just being chaotic and just expressing yourself. That is the main thing. It's just like, have fun, you know? That's my motto with everything that I make or build. It's just happy building and play well. And that needed another there. Maybe. There we go. That's creepily enough. What else have you say? And the Nightly Gaming says, if anybody wants the Frankfurt mix, just ask me. At least you're enjoying your art trip. Thank you. I hope you are enjoying it too. So far. It's not enough, but it's starting to get there. Also, like, I'll admit, ever since I started doing this project, I stopped mocking as much. I haven't built that many mocks. And I think for the long period of time that I stopped actually making mocks, I've been a little bit more rusty now. Like, before I used to be very ambitious with, like, how many parts I can put into a build just to make it complex, but now it's... I think there comes a point where you just build so many mocks that it's difficult to pick up that rhythm again. In my opinion, that's what I think. I could be wrong about that, but that's... I'm gonna get the silhouettes and work from there. Because I kind of miss making mocks, I will admit, but it's just something that I've had difficulty picking up on. As of... And I stroked too hard. I stroked way too hard there. There we go. And like I was working on a bioformer because it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back into mocking again. It's been a long time. And the raw heat that I'm making, that's also a bioformer, it's still there, it's still being built. And I made some decent progress on it. But it's just something that I've been having difficulty picking up on. I'm not so sure if it's like either I got burnt out, or it's just like the stuff that I experienced that kind of like turned me away from just picking up and mocking again. Yep. Because you had to think that I was making mocks for years. And I would, like, make mocks every single week in those past, like, 6 years that I've been on the internet. Like, non-stop. Every single week you would see a new mock. And that is, like, a rhythm that I kept doing time and time again. So it could very much be that I am burnt out. Or it could also be that, well, I just experienced a unfortunate circumstance that basically turned me off from a lot of Bionicle related stuff. Not that, like, I will say that I kind of turned away from the Bionicle community a bit. I have. Like, probably for better, probably for worse, I have no idea, but I did turn away from it. And maybe that's a good thing. But do I miss it? Yeah, I do miss it. And which is why I'm still, like, making stuff Bionicle related. Such as working on Ascending Devs, this complete, entirely new world and story, and just going from there and see, like, how far I can go in terms of my imagination when it comes to that. Because mocking with, like, Bionicle parts and just solely Bionicle parts and Technic, for the most part, is difficult because it takes a lot of time to engineer. And at the time, it's like, you know what? The amount of time that I've been spent, like, thinking, like, how am I going to go ahead and build this? What is it going to do? Because my main thing is, it has to have a gear function. It's not a Tributron mock if it doesn't have a gear function. You know, but even then, it's like there's you run out of things real quick and what something can do. Like, once you start creating Karaga that can do backflips, you basically are, like, digging at that point. What else can I do? Karaga that does backflips, maybe a Matoran that throws a spear, how about a Bionicle that transforms by itself? Okay, that's a good idea. Let's do that, like, 5 or 6 times. Okay, I did this plenty of times. I should probably move on from it. I've been doing that way too many times. But yeah, it's just, like, a lot of stuff where it's like, yeah, I can see myself getting burnt out from that. Or I just ran out of ideas. That's the scariest thing of all, that I ran out of ideas. But I don't think I did. Because I'm still having a lot of ideas. It's just hard to express with Lego. Or more particularly with Technic and Bionicle parts. Because there's only so many configurations you can put the same parts together. Like, I remember meeting this one guy who was a big Bionicle fan, and the only set that he had was a Pohatu set. A Pohatu Mata. And he never bought any other Bionicle set since 2001. He hasn't even heard of G2 by the time when I talked to him in 2015. And because that was his only set that he had, he was basically cutting up parts, Bionicle parts, in that set so that he can make new things. Now, were Bionicle inexpensive and you could get more? Yes. But I think it's symbolic of like how we are as a community today, where you have like a certain selection of parts, and you're stuck with that certain selection of parts for a decade or two. And like, sure, at face value, you're looking at like hundreds of specialized parts, but after a while, it's like, I want something new. And that's why you see a lot of like people going to 3D modeling, designing new parts and stuff like that, because like they want to have some form of expression, if that makes sense. And now, like, you have these new parts, but some of them are for only like one specific thing, or for multiple utilizations. Like, it can be used for multiple different ways. But for the most part, I've seen like it's a new hyper specialized part, and you can only do so much with it. Whereas like these parts that I'm making here, you will have like a lot more connection points. Now this is a rough prototype over here. This is a rough prototype. But you have clipping systems over here. So there will be a clipping system into this, and it is also CCBS compatible, and it will also have Technic compatibility as well. And this can be a foot, a leg, a torso, you name it, what have you. But yeah, this is like one of the first iterations of the Tribs. I've made more since then, but it's something like to think about. And I've been ranting a little bit, so let me go ahead and see what you guys are saying in the comments right now before I go back to doodling again. Okay, Freddy Fazbear says, hi, cool drawing. And the Nightly Gaming says, my best recommendation is to focus on one thing at a time so you don't get burnt out. That is very sound advice, and that is something that I've actually surprisingly been doing, actually. I've been bouncing between different things. Like, with Ascending Depths, I can get to draw if I feel like drawing. I can make parts if I feel like making parts. I can make mocks if I feel like making mocks. I can work on animation if I feel like I want to work on animation. You know, there's never a point where I take it in all at once and I feel like overwhelmed. Freddy Fazbear says, I have to go. Okay, have fun. Good luck on your venture. Oh, yeah. There we go. So there's that. Oh, nope, no. Oh gosh, why did I do that? That was... There we go. And now comes the fun part, which is making these feel more like crystalline. And that means turning them into prisms using a Sharpie, because lines are more precise with these than your standard pencil, which means it's going to be very interesting to see how precise I can go with these. Now this is a 1, but I'm going to go to a 0.3. Actually, no. I'll start with 0.08. 8 is a little bit bigger than a 3. Yeah. I'm gonna test it over I had to test it on something. Okay, it's about the same size as a 0.1. No, it has to be finer. Okay, 0.03 it is. Or 0.005 is too small. I don't want to use a 0.05. Where's the 0.3? I know I have a 0.3. Yay! I found a 0.3. Okay, perfect. Okay, Lego Diego says, hey Trev, sorry I wasn't making comments because I was showering. Hey, no problem, buddy. No problem at all. Let me make sure that I wasn't dropping in frames. Nope, not yet. That's very good. That is very good. Alright. Oh yeah, that's very good. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, this is actually going to be very, very detailed. My God, this is going to be very noisy. These crystals. I'm just already seeing it now. Okay, I think the amount of detail that this is going to have is going to be interesting, mainly for the sake of continuity. Yeah, for the sake of continuity, this is going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be interesting. Because it's a weird concept that I came up with where I kind of wanted to give Huzu like a jungle environment, but also like an underground environment too. Like he's a cave dweller, but I wanted to bring the jungles to the caves. And I thought, like, okay, how can I make a cave feel like a jungle as best as I can? And I thought of, what if he swung from one crystal formation to the other? And I was like, okay, that's pretty wild. Which fits, because he is, in fact, a very wild character. So I thought, yeah, that would work, because he is wild. And that's straight. Has to be. To perspective. And so, like, in this crystal forest, it's basically like an ancestral ground. The crystal forest in AD, in the AD universe, and in the world, rather, like in this fiction. And this ancestral ground, not to go too deep into spoilers, it's basically where Huzu species, the Shiidaki, can just inhabit and thrive, feeding off of the crystals. But like whenever they go ahead and feast on this crystal, they go ahead and they don't eat the whole thing. They break part of a crystal and toss it back into the cave grounds below them, so that a new crystal formation can grow. It's kind of similar to that of the knowledge towers in a way from Bionicle, where you go ahead and drop like a crystal and then it grows from where it was landed. But it's not like an instantaneous growth. It's a slow growth. And I'm gonna go ahead and do just the one over here. Now, the crystal works are called Keldastone. And originally they were going to be purple crystals. That was the plan. But then I decided, purple is a weird color. And it doesn't contrast well with green. And I thought, what if... And since, like, Keldastone is a very prominent mineral in Ascending Depths, where, like, other tribes use it in various different ways. So it's like, okay, it would need to actually be red, and it makes sense for it to be red. Especially if you consider the trade routes that happen in the world. That would be one resource where it's like, yes, this needs to be more prominent. And so as such, like, I made sure that that crystal formation, stays the way it ought to be, without it going too off the books. And honestly, I'm doing pretty well, I think. It's a bit chaotic, it's a bit messy, but I'm practicing. This is preliminary artwork. Before, when I started doing a lot of drawings, I would use a lot of the lines in Windows 3D Paint. Windows 3D Paint. Yeah. Holy cow! Windows 3D Paint. Windows 3D Paint. Oh my gosh. I forgot how to English, but anyways, I was using that program. And upon using said program, honestly, yeah, that needs to be there. And upon using Windows 3D Paint, I was able to create these lines typically with the line. So because I always wanted it to be precise, my line work, because I was always dissatisfied with how I made my lines. It's like, ew, that's gross. I don't want to do that. But then I realized, oh, it's fine to do that. It's completely fine, in fact. Why am I fretting over this so much? And afterwards, it's like, oh, okay. It's not so bad. And I don't know what I did there. It's gonna be confusing now. Yeah, that's gonna be confusing now. I was imagining as if I was drawing a rock, but in drawing a mineral, that's different. A lot of lines. I don't know. I think it's looking pretty good for. You know what this kind of reminds me of? And I'm gonna have to try this out sometime. But I feel like I'm drawing something from Bionicle G2 a little bit. Like from the animations, due to how these lines are looking. It reminds me a lot of that for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. In a very strange and weird way, it does. Which I don't mind. I think that is kind of cool in a way. And I'm going to change the song as well now. I'm going to change the song. Because we're getting close. Nightly Gaming says bye. Okay. Goodbye, Night. Have fun. And let's do this one. There we go. That sounds nicer. Oh yeah, I was gonna... Yeah, there we go. That works. There we go. There we go. I'm getting better at this. At least I think anyways. Maybe not to some of you, but I feel like I am better at it. I was working on a cosplay, a Bionicle cosplay. I still haven't finished it yet, but the cosplay was going to be literally my self-mock, and I just haven't come around to actually finishing that yet. Mainly because, like, I'm just having way too much fun with just drawing right now, so it's like, I kind of want to finish it. The main reason why I was working on it was because I wanted to have a costume for conventions, so I can have something to wear. But that resulted in something that's like, oh, maybe not. That's actually kind of difficult to synopsize in a way, and that can stay there. And we got that done. Oh my goodness, we got some crystalline done, which I am invigorated by. That is nice. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Looks like people are looking forward to seeing me animate again. Yeah, so I want to try animation, but more specifically, 2D animation. That's something that I wanted to focus on. And man, I took a while to before I decided to speak. I was like almost as if I was Chris Pratt for a second, trying to think of what to say. Quite literally. There we go. Got that bigger one out of the way. Okay. Oh, Trip, do you still remember Bionicle Cheese? I always remember Bionicle Cheese. Bionicle Cheese is one of the most tastiest things you can ever do when making a mock. Just looking for that sweet, sweet Bionicle Cheese. Oh my gosh, that is very precise. Okay. I mean, with how precise that is. Oh my gosh. That is. That is very precise. And my hands, I'm a little bit hesitant because my handsmanship working with something this precise of a caliber is a bit intimidating. I feel intimidated by this pen. But, oh man, I want to make one of my more satisfying Bionicle Cheese moments was trying to put a Metru head on a 2015 torso, and I still need to finish the mocks that I made for that, because that was a satisfying piece of cheese that I just want to go ahead and utilize in a mock just so badly. You have no idea how badly I want to go ahead and make a mock with that. Matter of fact, I could make a mock as soon as I'm done drawing this over here because I'm almost done with the line work. I wanted to draw another piece, but honestly, nah, it's too much to set up. It would be too much to set up for if I were to go ahead and make a if I wanted to go ahead and make a mock right now, it's too much right now. I don't say too much in the sense that, oh, it's too ambitious of a thing to do, because it really ain't. It's just that I am at a state right now where it's like, if I do this, you know, it's not going to be the same. Okay, that was a thick wall. Whoa. Man, I'm able to add volume. Oh my god, that is insane. That is insane. Oh, these are very nice pens. Expensive though, but they're nice. They're very expensive. Pay close to like 20 USD just to get these. It was a complete set, so it's like it was kind of worth it. I say that, but it is a money sink. What am I talking about? It is a money sink. Okay. There we go, that's more precise. And I could probably go more precise too. Okay, you can only go so precise with this thing. You can only go so precise with it. I was trying really hard to be like, oh, what if I just be able to make a tinier circle within the tiny circle that I just drew. I wonder if I could do that, and then it's like I tried to draw it, and it's like, nope. Nope, that's not gonna work. I can try to make it work, but that's not how it's gonna be. No, 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 that's not how it's gonna be. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna add some detail here. Just to match with the other leg. Because now I can do that with this, and I feel obligated to do such a thing. I could try digital art, but I like feeling paper. I know it kills a little bit of trees, but I'm old-fashioned that way. I just like to have physical copy of something. I don't know if that's like a thing with everybody else. I know everybody's going digital now. But why aren't people drawing us on paper as much? I know there was this one artist that I used to know, and she would like draw on cardboard. She would use like just regular pieces of cardboard just to make her artwork, which was interesting to see. Like, it's an interesting technique, to say the least. But a welcome one. And man, that is precise. Super precise. My god. I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera how precise this pen is. Okay. Horror movie says my Torah OC craft, the Torah of mac and cheese. More 14 says, good afternoon, Tribuchon. Hey, welcome. Diego says, hey Trip, have you seen Cyberspark videos? Cyberspark. Alright, wait a minute, I think I know who you're talking about. Let me look it up real quick. I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Hold on real quick. There we go. Cyberspark. Oh yeah! I know him! I know him! He does like animation reviews. Yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, I've seen this guy. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm not subscribed to him. I recommend subscribing to this guy. And hit the little bell icon too. Yeah, he makes good videos. I like his videos. Especially his reviews. They're good to see. Okay. Let's continue this piece of artwork here, because we're almost done with the line work. The head is going to be interesting, but with how precise we can make these elements now, I'm kind of tempted to just like go crazy with it, you know? Because this pen is very precise, and I love how precise it is. It's insane how precise this thing is. Like, oh my gosh, this is the most precise pen I have ever laid my hands on. I wonder if how small I can. There's only so small you can go with even this, but my gosh, is it gratifying. Wow, that is an insanely detailed. I'm not too sure how well that's picking up on a 1080p camera, but man, horror movies with Lego. Lego Diego says I got a Twitch account so I can watch his Twitch live streams. Okay. I didn't know he had a Twitch. I had to go check out his Twitch. Because I love his content. I absolutely do adore it. Wait a minute. No, it would be too much noise. I don't want to put too much noise on. Like, even though this pin is precise, it's not that precise. Not that fine. It's very fine. It's just not fine enough for me to justify to draw like all the little intricacies of these parts over here. This looks rough, but it used to be rougher. I mean, I had like this variant over here. This is like one of the earlier prototypes, and then there's like this one over here, and it will have like more connection points, especially. But yeah, so these can be like feet and legs and even torso. So you can see with Huzu over here, you can kind of see it, make it out with his limb attachments. Like, you can kind of make it out. There we go. Is it a rough head? Yes, it is. But is it a good enough head? Absolutely. And that was the rest of it. Diego says, "Hey Chad, do you know that Superstar was not just a furry, but was also a brony?" Oh, I did not know that he was a brony. YouTube Premium account says, "What's up, dude? I work with you." You do? When? Okay. Explain. Explain. I have a lot of questions now. Explain. You're definitely not John. Who are you? Just give me a name. And I might... Actually, wait a minute. I'm not so sure if you're comfortable doxing yourself by just saying your name. Ah, man. Okay, well, tell me something that you know that I do. What do I do? Yeah, like Lego Diego says, tell the truth. Exactly. Explain. What do you mean you work with me? Because I know John is crazy about my content, but I'm not so sure about you, Premium. No, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Like, was diverting with you. Oh, diverting. Couple weeks ago, Colby? Wait a minute, are you... No. Wait, or maybe you were Kobe. Okay. Gosh. I know who you are now. I know who you are now. Welcome! I typically do artwork and stuff like that, mainly for the toys that I do. It's the main reason. And I'm gonna get some light pencil work done for a lot of actually no, that can go down. There we go, like that, and then it almost looks like as if a spider is living. Honestly, that kind of works. Considering it's like a cave almost, so like it makes sense for it to be like almost like a spider-like. Alright. You can say my name if you remember. Great drawing, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Oh. It's just that the days blur together. Like, I talked to this to quite a few people at work, so. Like, I don't know, it could be, like, either. It could be multiple different people. So I'm just like, yeah, I know you. I'm chatting with a few people about the same thing. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. I'm probably at work. I'll see you, and then I'll be like, oh, see you. Right now, I'm just suffering from brain fart right now. That's what's happening. And then yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. That's enough webs. I think vines or what have you. I'm gonna put some more over here and then some over here too. I think that will be good. And I'm gonna actually use really dark lines for the vines. Get that texture, you know, so that when I color it, it actually looks the way that I actually want it to look. Now this is looking like the Crystal Forest. There we go. This is the Crystal Forest that I was writing about. Yeah. That looks good. Noisy, but It's a jungle underground of crystals with a chameleon, robot chameleon swinging around it. I think that's as precise as you can get it, considering the circumstances of events. And floating rocks. Floating rocks. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute, maybe the rocks aren't really floating. What if I just had... Yeah, what if it's just hanging? Oh, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, let's... There we go. So some are hanging, some are not. There we go. Now I just had to color this thing. And I'll do that with a scan. But for now, I think that is a good piece of artwork. Horror movie says Heisenberg. It starts with a C. You were close with Kobe. Diego says, "Hey Trev, Trev, have you this bionicle YouTuber named Brick Thumb? AJ collects. He made a shadow tour. YouTube Premium says, okay, Mr. C. I'll call you Mr. C for now. Do you delete your live streams or keep them up? I keep them up. I don't delete them. So you can go ahead and watch them at any time. However, some live streams I do delete if they start off, if they are like complete wreck sometimes, but that only happens very rarely. You know, it's never a consistent thing. But for the most part, like, I keep my live streams up. But yeah, this is Huzu Forest, and I'll get a good like camera angle for you guys to look at. There we go. And I believe that oh, camera. Okay. Okay, I know. Yeah. Yeah, now I remember. Now I remember. I remember now. So let me go ahead and actually mix up this song a little bit. This has been playing a little bit. So I have like another song at play. In a little bit. But that is the drawing. So I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, gonna head on out. Cool to stop by and check out your channel out. We'll have to say hi next time I see ya. Yeah, sounds good, Cameron. You have a good one. And have a awesome day, as always. Yeah, thank you! To you as well. Now, what to draw next? Now, that is... I'm gonna do an up close of Huzu. I kind of want to do that, but honestly, this is a good setup for a jungle environment, a crystal forest, if you will. Very chaotic. Everything's all over the place. It definitely has like a spider feel with it in black and white. It's all very spider-like. I think I'm going to draw the big bad next. The main villain of the of the story, and then maybe do a landscape. It just depends where we are right now. Haven't dropped any frames. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark. So I could start with the next drawing. So in the meantime, I'll be back. I gotta go ahead and take a bathroom break. But I will be back soon after. But in the meantime, I will have you guys check out a different. Let me see if I have a actually, no, never mind. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and now I am inspired to draw another thing. So we're gonna go ahead and draw one more thing, at least start it off. Though, I will admit, I am already starting to get tired. I already am starting to get tired. Ah! Yeah, because I still had to scan the other ones. I won't be able to do any scans. But I say that, but we've already been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, we've already been streaming for 2 hours. I might as well end the stream here. I gotta have this end this stream here. We've been streaming for 2 hours, and I need to go ahead and work on some parts for today. But I'm glad that I got another Speedpaint done. That's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for sticking with me. That's been a lot of fun drawing this, especially. It's good to have like people to chat with, especially. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy, and like what? Want to see more content like this, like me drawing more, sending devs content, stuff like that, while I chat with you guys, let me know. And also, if you want to follow me on any social media outlets, links in the description down below. But yeah, I believe that is all for now, so I hope you will enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.